The state of Indiana is known for a lot of things, but none more than basketball. I mean, they're even nicknamed the Hoosier State. I mean, they just breathe Indiana basketball. Indiana is one of the most prestigious basketball programs in the country, and that even shows this year as they just hired Mike Woodson to be their head coach, a really good NBA head coach for 9 seasons, and now he's going to the college rankings. So, where does that leave us with football? Well, there's Butler, but that's a basketball school. Purdue, they haven't been that good. Indiana football hasn't been that good, but they've had some decent seasons. But that leaves us on the football field, and now I think we should start up a new program. In Southern Indiana, in Bloomington, I think it's time to start up a new program and bring that spark to Indiana football. Welcome to the Southern Indiana Redbirds Dynasty. Our head coach will be DeMarcus Forte, linebacker for the Charlotte 49ers, who was known more for his smarts than his athletics. He was a captain on the field. He definitely commanded the defense. So let's just waste no time getting into the roster here, as this team is filled with subscriber recruits, so I'm happy to present these guys to you. The starting quarterback and captain will be Malik Surratt, who's going to be a lefty, a junior who can move around in the pocket, also can run the option. He's our fastest quarterback on the squad. His downfall is his accuracy with 59 accuracy, and that brings up the true pocket passer, Shelton. He's going to be a very good thrower of the football when he needs to play. You know, there's going to be times when we use dual quarterbacks because we don't know what this team is going to look like. Our third and fourth string running backs are decent, but not great. Andrew Smith is going to be our second fastest quarterback on the team, and then Rocky Martinez is a younger quarterback, a sophomore redshirt. He's not going to play a ton, but if you know anything about this game, there are injuries that can occur, and they occur a lot more than NCAA football 14. Now at running back, we have the power back in Brady King. He is going to be our best back available. He has the highest carry rate, highest break tackle rate. He's going to be a very good football player for us. Now, I'm going to be working to run the option a little bit, so we're going to be looking to get him the ball in space and really, give him some goal line opportunities, and I want to see what we can do here in season number 1. And I don't know what it's going to look like, so we'll have to see. His backup is Harrison, who's going to be our speed back, and he doesn't have elite speed, but he's our best speed back on the team with 80 speed. We're going to have to definitely recruit running backs that have a little bit more wheels than what we have currently. Juwan Jones and IT Thomas will be the third and fourth string running backs. Both of them are kind of similar, but Jones does catch the ball out of the backfield the best. He will probably play in third down situations at times because I know he can catch the ball out of the backfield. Now at fullback, we have Tazarius Okoye, who's going to be a pretty good fullback for us. I think we're going to have to use the fullback this year, especially when we're going to need to run the ball well. And you never know with Surratt's accuracy. I might have times where we might have to run the ball more than what is expected, especially in this first season, as we get familiar with this team. Now receiving wise, we finally get some speed here with Jeremiah Wynn. He is our best receiver by far. He has the best hands at receiver, and he also runs the crispest routes. And I think that that's going to be something that we're going to really have to value, line him up everywhere on the field. So behind him is the senior, Travis Hammond. He's going to be our return guy. He also is going to be a guy who is going to make some mistakes at receiver. He doesn't have the best hands on the team, but if we do give him some reverses, the playbooks in this game are way more diverse than NCAA football 14, so we're going to have to give him the ball somehow. Now, our tallest receiver is 6'5" Marcus Oliver. I'm definitely going to be using him. I don't know how. Even lining him up in the slot with that size could be an advantage. We'll have to see. But the disadvantage of this receiving core is that we do not have size besides Oliver. Shields and Canella are both 5'8" each. Wynn is 5'9". Hammond is also 5'9". So we definitely need to recruit size at the receiver position. Now at tight end, we have some sure-handed guys in Alexander Betts and Trey Good. I think that they're both going to be guys who both will get on the field quite a bit. And we only have 3 tight ends on the active roster right now, but their hands are definitely going to help out because we need guys who can get to the first down sticks and move the chains. I'm predicting that Alexander Betts will lead our team in receiving here in season number 1. Early predictions right there. Next episode, we will have the spring game, so you will get to see these guys closer in action. Caleb Kennedy is a 3rd string guy, but I'm not sure how good he's really going to be. Now, our offensive lineman is very, very equal. I mean, everybody is pretty much on equal playing ground right now. I'm not sure who's going to start at which tackle position, but I think a little trial and error will help out. Because remember, in this game, when you do play, you do progress as well. Ratings go up, ratings also go down, which is pretty good. I like that in this game. As we move over to guard, it's a little bit different, though. We have 2 great guards in Rodney Jones and Myron. Both of those guys are going to be our starting guards, and I don't see them losing that spot because they are rated way higher than their counterparts in Maurice Allen, who's going to back them up, and Marcus Jones. Now, I'm predicting that I'm going to run the ball a lot to our freshman guard side a lot because he is obviously the best run blocker on the team, but I want to give the big guys, the hogs up front, some love too, and I'm definitely going to be recruiting and getting better all around. Now, we move into the MAC conference where we're going to have some competition right away and some interesting squads. But on defense, we're definitely going to need to step up. That's where we bring in Idbe Allgood, who's going to be a very good pass rusher. I definitely want to kind of, progress his ratings because there are ways to do that. Performance is one of them, and also doing drills. So I'm definitely going to hammer some points into him, especially since he's just a sophomore. Paxton Erdley Jr. is going to be a junior on the end. I'm not sure which defense I'm going to run. I'm thinking the 3-4, so both of them will be on the field quite a bit. But I definitely want to get some subs in, and that's where we look at Joseph Buck, Evan Ellison, who is decent as well, and Alex Mills, who is a junior on the line also. Now, up front, in front of the center, is defensive tackle Major Big, 6'4" sophomore. He is our strongest player on the entire team, and he's going to have to be an anchor on that defensive line for sure. Raymond Brown and Cardavius Turner will back him up, but Turner is probably the farthest behind. I'm not sure what type of playing time he's going to see. Now, Brendan Boardwine is a good outside linebacker along with Damon Allen. Those two will start day one. And you never know what could happen because we do have some decent backups like Gregory Sheldon here. They're all equal speed pretty much, but then there's a big drop-off 4th string and 5th string here with McKee and Gaucher. So I don't know what this team on defense is going to look like. I imagine we're going to be decent, but we're going to have to recruit some speed at the outside linebacker position. I think that's one thing that I want to do right away. So moving over to the next position, middle linebacker, we have 2 good guys, Wolfgang Mefti Masid and Tyson Joseph. Both of those guys are very, very good linebackers. They will start the next 3 seasons together. They are both sophomores. Mefti Masid has 80 speed and Joseph has 76 speed. So both of these guys are going to play on the field quite a bit. Even if we run a 4-3, I imagine that Joseph will be on the outside. Masid will be on the inside, so we'll have to see how that is going to work out. But both of them, very, very talented linebackers, are best on the team. Roach and Younger backed them up, but I'm looking forward to having a good linebackers group. I think that's the key to this game, having good linebackers who can make plays. I really, really like what we have on our squad right now. At cornerback, we have Darren Miller Jr., who's going to be a very good cornerback for us right away. And he's going to have to really step up because behind him, we don't have a lot of talent. We have Aponte, we have Deontay Murray, and we also have Brendan Bowen. But Miller is definitely the best cornerback on this squad. I'm definitely going to need to recruit there and get better. But our best defensive player is Z Sullivan. He is going to be a true freshman starter. I guess not true freshman, redshirt freshman starter. He's going to make plays all around the field. He's one of our fastest guys on the team right now, too, with 85 speed, 76 awareness. He's only 5'8", but it doesn't matter. He's still going to make plays. I'm looking forward to seeing how this team grows as a defense. I'm not really sure if we're going to force a lot of turnovers. We might, but we'll have to see. At strong safety, I think is maybe the weakest spot on the team. We have Alex Kelly and Anderson. Both of those guys will compete for a job, but I don't know who's going to be there. Now at kicker, we have Kale Cole, who is actually a decent kicker, 82 power, 80 kick accuracy. So at least we have a kicker who can nail some field goals. And then our punter is going to be Mitch Steele, 72 kick power. So that's going to do it for our squad, but you did not think that we would go into this dynasty alone. Head coaching Indiana State moving into the FBS is Brooklyn Santana, the speedy receiver from Charlotte, and he coaches a new offense with Indiana State. Now, we're going to have to watch out for them because they are a speedy team. They are going to be a team that is going to preach speed. And you know Brooklyn Santana, he was one of the best returners at Charlotte and maybe even one of the best returners I've had on my channel. But you know he's going to bring that offensive power. Indiana State moves into the MAC conference along with us, and filling up their squad are subscriber recruits as well. I do see a couple of mistakes here with duplicate players. I will get that fixed, but this is what it's going to look like. Our rivals in this dynasty will be Indiana State, Indiana, Purdue, all the Indiana teams. I'm looking forward to this rivalry. So starting preseason, we do have 6 steps here before getting into the season: assigning jersey numbers, training, redshirt, custom schedule, and preseason recruiting. But I want to start out here with training. Just for this first season, I'm going to train 2 offensive players and 2 defensive players. But first, we need to get right at receivers. So we go ahead and train Alexander Wynn. I think he's going to be a guy that's going to need to step up. We're going to need a playmaker who can make plays, and I think Wynn is probably the smartest choice here because I think that, you know, getting Jeremiah Wynn, I was saying Alexander Wynn, Jeremiah Wynn, he's going to be a guy that's going to have to step up for us on offense. So we're going to go ahead and do the receiver drill here, and you can just see he's a lot faster than our defensive guys here, and he's making plays, getting away from the defense, breaking a tackle. Jeremiah Wynn is going to be a guy that's going to score probably a lot of touchdowns this year, getting him the ball any way possible. So I'm going to put up his catching, make sure he holds onto the ball. He's going to go up to 76 catching, and that will be our first training drill for offensive player. Second is kind of easy. It's going to be Malik Surratt. And the reason why is because you obviously need a quarterback who can throw the football. We need to get somebody who can throw the ball to Win. And Surratt is going to be a dynamic guy. We're going to run the option offense. We're going to air the ball out deep. We're going to air the ball out quickly. It's going to be kind of a very not well-balanced offense. We're not going to run the ball as much as we throw, but it's going to be kind of a keep the defense on your toes type of offense. We're going to go deep a lot. We're going to go intermediate a lot, and a lot of different routes on the route tree. I think that's our best bet to winning this season. But you can just see our receivers are having catch issues, and that's going to be an issue that we're going to have to live with as Hammond drops 2 passes there during that drill. And we do get a couple of points here. We put that up on his accuracy, make sure he's an accurate thrower of the football. Next up on defense, we're going to go to Igbe Allgood, who's going to be a sophomore. Like I said, I want to develop him, and I want to see what I can do with him as far as rushing the passer. I think that that's going to be an important part of our defense is getting after the passer because our cornerbacks aren't the greatest. Our safeties aren't the greatest except for Z Sullivan. So we're definitely going to need some guys who can get after the quarterback. And I think that Allgood is going to have to lead that charge there. He gets 5 points on this one. So we're going to put it towards a little bit of everything. I tried out at every single attribute here. Strength makes the overall go up just to 62. Agility does as well. So I don't really see any true difference here. So we put a little bit on everything, make him a little agile, give him some strength as well. He will start out the year at 62 overall. Lastly, what I want to do here is go to the 40-yard dash, add some more speed to our defense. So I go ahead and go with the 40-yard dash with Darren Miller Jr. And you can just see we have 4 reps to run here, and that first rep was not good. It was not good at all. And let's see if we can top that one. We at least need to get in the 4.5, 4.4 range in order to get some points. And this time we get off to a better start. It looks like we're going to be in the 4.48 range, and we will hit that mark. Let's just see if we can get a little faster than 4.48. With 1 more rep left after this one, a decent start, and it looks like it's going to be the same exact time. So let's see if we can get under that 4.48 in the last rep here, and It looks like a little bit of a slower start. It looks like we won't get there, but still we get some points for Miller, and I'm hoping to add some speed to this team in recruiting as well. We won't go over recruiting in this episode, but I do have kind of a plan for it. I'm going to highlight recruiting a lot more in this series than my last series. There's not going to be a recruiting special. There's going to be pretty much covering recruits every single episode except for probably the first few, just because I want to focus on the squad themselves. But Sean Terry, the #1 quarterback and the #1 ranked player in the nation, comes out of Mesa, Arizona. He runs a 4.59. I'm excited to see what team he goes to, and we will look at recruiting in a couple of episodes. So we joined the MAC conference like I mentioned earlier, and we'll see what happens this year. But right now we are projected to finish dead last. Indiana State is projected to finish 11. Here are the top 25 schools in the country. Alabama comes in preseason ranked at #1 in the country. LSU at 17. Oregon State is actually top 20 in this dynasty. And Houston will round out the top 25 at number 25. So here's our schedule this year. I want to schedule some FCS teams. So we will play Yale and Harvard, but we also will play at Tennessee and at Indiana. Those are going to be 2 tough games. Then we open up conference play where we play Indiana State week number 8. That will be a huge rivalry game and a tone setter for this series going forward. And I'm projecting, I don't know, let's just say 3 wins this season. I think that that's a good goal. 4 wins. Let's just say 4 wins. Let's get to 4 wins this year. Let me know what you guys predict here. If you've seen the Cocoa Beach series, you know how difficult playing on these old PS2 games is. I'm playing on All-American with sliders. Heisman is just way too difficult. So we get into this season next episode, but starting off at the spring game so you guys can get to know the players a little bit before actually hopping into the season. So that's going to do it here. Southern Indiana Redbirds. I can't wait to get this series going. Hope you guys enjoy this as well. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tenant. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in the dash, and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But I'm from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride, yeah, this how we ride.